Greetings and welcome, my minions, to a new episode of Let's Play War for the Overworld. Right, so I had a few audio issues in the previous episodes. I think I found the mean responsible. Yes, I'm talking about you, Nal. I don't care that your cousin is somewhere high up in another organization. You're working for me. No touching the microphone. In any case, hopefully it sounds alright. Can't really properly play with the mix at the moment. OBS isn't being very cooperative on that part. In any case, let's focus on the goal here. Unfortunately, Raskos, well, was unable to withstand the powers of good. Sucks to be him, I suppose. Well, more loot for me. Let's dive right in and see what our Lord Mendicus thinks should be done next.
This one should be right up your alley, Underlord, if you fancy a bit of necromancy. The Imperial crypts are before us, the burial ground for their most sacred heroes. The Emperor himself is entombed here, and we're going to make him dance like a puppet on a string.
Now, this is a nice mission. One of the few where you actually do not have a dungeon of your own, but rather just a couple of minions to do with what you please. It's not as tricky side objectives, by the way, as you might think. I mean, completing the Grave Robber achievement in 12 minutes is actually relatively easy, because you really only need to desecrate 2 boss tombs, perhaps, before you can take on the final boss, eventually. Because there's plenty of undead to play with. However, since I feel like having fun, I am gonna go for the 5 boss crypts. Let's see if I remember how this works. Yes, a first introduction to necromancers.
The Royal Crypt. Tombs and effigies to the feeble warriors of a dying empire. Look to your necromancers, Underlord. Their death magic will be the trick to success in these pits. Keep them alive at all costs.
Which sounds more tricky than it actually is, since necromancer spells actually allow them to heal.
I feel life is a passing, giving desperately to the wandering spheres.
Bolt of Necro Energy, so summon a Wraith, and then Death Eater, heal for a large amount every time a ghoul dies. Necromancy, drain a corpse to heal all ghouls for a small amount. And we have Missing Boss C8 extra damage name, Missing Boss C8 extra damage description, and as you can all see, that's probably the best one in the entire bunch. But we will not be doing this manually. I'll just be directing my minions to go and claim these crypts. Now these are just small entities.
Has entered your dungeon.
As your necromancers go about their defilement, they'll raise ghouls from the buried dead. These rotting husks will serve you well as a fighting force. Hold your nose, Underlord.
Yay, free troops. Right. Yes, and that green explosion essentially makes it very difficult for things to die around necromancers. Alright, let's get as many ghouls as we can get. Bolster our fighting force. Come on.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Yeah, the necromancers will know exactly what they need to do once they get close to a coffin. But it doesn't tell me which side of the coffin they need to be on in order to enact their ritual. I just need enough melee forces to make sure that they will not pound my necromancers too heavily, because they can die.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Alright, now let's go. Now we're looking for soft targets.
Run or die!
Wooden doors and all that. Ah, here's someone who wants to die. Whenever you see portcullis, you're probably better off not bothering, because ghouls, for all their usefulness, are not very good at breaking heavy doors. Wooden doors, however, are easy enough, as zombies tend to break most wooden doors easily. Right, so come on.
You'll not defile this hallowed ground.
I beg to differ. Alright, come on. Let's kill this priestess. Oh, they just keep coming out of the woodwork, eh? That's fine. Somehow I've got the ghouls surrounding the heroes with my necromancers pounding them mercilessly. They should survive just fine. Ghouls tend to be a bit slow on this uptake, so do keep that in mind.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Right, well, we could explore a bit more here. My minions can travel along the bridges here and all that. This entire mausoleum is a bit of a maze, but only a bit of it.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Along. Here we have one of the hero tombs. Let's try and kill him. Just keeping an eye out on the health of my minions. Can always heal them if I need to. But as long as I don't blindly rush into everything I see until my army is at least big enough, it should be fine. Yeah, it doesn't even register the ghouls. Right, he's dead. Let's get the hero.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Oh, get the hell away from my corpse! If I could still use the damn thing, I'd crush you like a twig!
Yeah.
I remember this dotard. He must have smashed over 1,000 imps into giblets in his day. Make him pay the price.
He'll not be following us around like a nice, gentle beast. Theobald the Titanic, former general of the Empire, widely believed to be the strongest man, living or dead, to war Kairos. Well, that's nice to know. I kinda hoped his body would be more like a zombie-like version rather than this spirit version.
A minion has
Because it
entered your
doesn't
dungeon.
quite feel the same. But I will. We do what we can. For those of us who are still alive. Still alive. Now, on to the next. It most certainly isn't necessary to raid every single bit of prey you find, but it does help. Even so, whenever I've played this mission, I've never really had the feeling I'd run out of corpses or ghouls to run along. So let's just focus on that, else I don't think there's anything particularly beyond
I
this.
shall show you the light of justice.
Do you now?
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Well, I will certainly not pass up the opportunity for more minions. Let's just keep on going, leveling up my necromancers as best I can. That is really the problem with the ghouls though, however, they are very eager to give assistance. Forward, please. Got many more tombs to raid. I just move out. I can't pick up my minions and drop them wherever I please, however, since this is not my dungeon. And I can't claim it. So I think this is all
A minion has entered
claim
your
tile
dungeon.
owner empire. Alright, it is claimable, but I don't have any imps that I can summon, so the point stands. Alright, let's get in here. Oh wait, some more defenders. Quite a lot of defenders for a mausoleum though. You'd almost think they were expecting this. Either that or when the cast is becoming predictable. I guess the old bugger must be getting old.
Taste the radiance of Kira's wisdom.
No thanks. I just ate.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Alright, let's not bother with those doors just yet. Oh, you brainless hordes! Alright, fine. We'll kill these two. As long as my heroes keep on, or my minions, rather, keep leveling, I don't mind all that much what they do. These ghouls tend to slip away from me so very easily. It's very easy to draw too much attention,
A minion has entered your dungeon.
and whenever my necromancers see a tomb, they must claim it. The greater evil. Also indestructible gates. They're indestructible, but have a health bar. I'm sensing there's something not quite right about both those statements. However, I will not bother to, because I don't think you can attack them. It doesn't matter. It's not like there's an achievement for breaking an indestructible gate. Right, let's see if we can find the big tomb in here. There is one. No, just a couple of blade low tie. Let's try not to walk into the waterway. Let's see, where do I need to go? It looks like there's not much useful in here. Looks like there's a hero tomb over there. Let's go claim that. Now where are my heroes? The minions. Keep calling them heroes. I should stop doing that. Alright, fine, we'll claim one more tomb and then we're going on to the next bit.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Right. Up here, please. No getting distracted. Ah, look at that. There's another hero here that I missed. It's not like they're clearly marked on the map. I mean, you have to guess on the shapes, which is fine, but... You know... At least when you have seen them, it would be nice to have a mission marker. Just kill them, please. Yeah, at this point, that's pretty much just putting up a token defense rather than an actual defense. My necromancy is being too strong. Wow, overwhelming.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
This hapless dwarf was so unlucky in life that he was granted special burial. After being struck by lightning twice, he had the unfortunate luck of having his head bashed in by a meteor that bounced with perfect precision through a crack in the tunnel he was trundling down. His name is lost to time, and is lovingly called Meteor by those who paid tribute to the poor fool.
Yeah. It says here his name is Bulgric Meteor Hamsides. True name unknown. Again, I'm sensing a slight incongruity between the two statements. Survived lightning strikes twice, finally struck down by a meteor that crashed into a tunnel he was walking through. You just love little mistakes like that. I mean, I don't pay attention to those small mistakes. I don't make mistakes. On purpose.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Right. How do we get in here? Certainly can't be going through the indestructible gates. Right, let's scout around. Right, looks like there's a gate on that side that we can use.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
Well, it's certainly a very nice looking mausoleum though. I like the aesthetic. Quite different from being in the Hearth dungeons or the Empire strongholds. Has its own look to them. I appreciate that a great deal. The whole thing can look so bleak if you pay no, if you only have the same thing every single time. And for the limitations they had with this game, it's quite nice. But that'll have to do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.